first opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
Carry for Josh Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now a carry for Jacobs. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jacobs, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Running is Jacobs. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They'll run with Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. They toss it left side to Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Mayfield. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Matt Milano. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal.
For the field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Focusing on me, moving Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And the Bills will move the chains. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Prescott now from the 50, going deep for Diggs. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Mayfield now from the 50. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
At the 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 27, Prescott. The left side caught by Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Number 34.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jacobs now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
on 2nd and 9. Prescott. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Prescott now. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you see...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Prescott's pass.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. As the first half is winding down, and the Bills have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Browns' drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
2 yards leads to 3rd down and 14.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillendown. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
Complete.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
6-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 9.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing, Mayfield. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Tyus Bowser. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Back to you. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Regular. Switch.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught on the right side, Brown. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't have to make contract time.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Bills 7.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
The ball carrier.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Short yardage, Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Prescott.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. First down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Number 34.
A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Bills 14, Browns 13. Tyler Bass to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Number 24.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Chubb. And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 77 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side there, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Buffalo.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
It's 2nd down. 2nd and 7
Prescott to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. Tonight.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win. Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game. So for the Browns, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.